An unusual new topic on TikTok is causing a major debate about work-life balance. It's called quiet quitting, and the videos feature mostly young people talking about establishing clear work-life boundaries.
Yeah, a lot of that conversation happening right now on social media because new polls show employee engagement dropping for the first time in a decade. Sam Brock has a closer look at this new trend.
Quiet quitting means that when somebody asks you to do something that's not in your contract, you don't do it.
While the definition represents different things to different people,
not doing the job of 2 to 3 people, stuff like that.
The concept of quiet quitting is making some very loud noise on TikTok.
Yeah, that's a recipe for disaster. I'm going to tell you that.
First, let's define the idea, which one career coach says is really about priorities.
People aren't going above and beyond. They're not bending over backwards for their employers anymore and sacrificing their mental and physical health. They're doing what they're getting paid for. They're doing what's required.
Allison Peck has amassed hundreds of thousands of followers on TikTok, doling out professional career advice. She tells us quiet quitting doesn't apply to many people, whether they're trying to run a company or jumpstart a career. But for others, she says it makes a lot of sense, even if the name doesn't.
I wish it was called something different because you're not quitting, you're taking care of yourself.
So what would you call this?
You're coasting. You're carefully coasting.
Some speak about reclaiming control between work and personal life.
Isn't that just called working, doing your job properly with a healthy boundary?
While others say it's partly about pay.
Quietly quitting for me is acting my wage and knowing that my time is valuable in the specific time I have, and that I don't feel bad for not going above and beyond.
The viral trend coming at a time when a Gallup poll finds employee engagement has dipped for the first time in a decade, going from 36% in 2020 to 34% in 2021 to 32% so far in 2022. Though the poll also found engagement higher on average for those with hybrid or work from home jobs and lower for those who only work on site. As for advice to employers about combating quiet quitting,
managers are really important, and that does start at the top. It's important to have the right kind of conversations at the right time so that people do know what's expected of them in their role and how their work connects to something bigger.
Conveying a sense of purpose and a mission to those who are also looking for fresh incentive is important too.
I still work just as hard. I still get just as much accomplished. I just don't stress and internally rip myself to shreds, and it's beautiful.
Sounds like a whole lot of conversations could have been had about that.